In the public sector, like every other sector of the economy, there's a lot of data to analyze. And the old way of analyzing that was to build pockets of data and then write tools that work over that data. And it's just not scaling. It's not scaling in the ability to analyze across data, and it's not scaling in timeliness. By keeping data in separate stovepipes and separate buckets, you're not able to correlate and extract more knowledge from that. By approaching it differently, building larger enterprise data hubs, you can bring more of the data together faster and bring more workloads onto that data and work at it at the same time without having to replicate that data all over the place. You can produce new results because you can correlate more kinds of information. And using Apache Hadoop, it's the only way that you can truly analyze that kind of information at speed. There's a variety of use cases in the federal space, including bioinformatics. Information can be analyzed over patients and then offer the best treatments for those patients based on historical information. Research into those kind of things are being done by National Institutes of Health and other departments. Another key use case is in fraud detection, and this applies in multiple areas of government. One example is in the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, CMS. So by looking for anomalies, CMS can better detect fraud and help reduce the waste in the system. Fraud is also an important use case in the Department of State Bureau of Consular Affairs. They're looking for fraud in the visa application process and in the process for all new immigration requests for visas. In many ways are the first line of defense for the nation. And the ability to rapidly look over all of this information and detect anomalies is extremely important. Another important Hadoop use case is in geospatial information and the rapid return of results based upon geography. Now, this kind of use case is being used in the Department of Defense and the intelligence community to help provide the right information to people over the battlefield, but also research is being done by Department of Homeland Security and others to provide information to first responders as they're en route a scene. Another important use case is in cybersecurity. For years in cybersecurity, computers would provide incidents that need to be analyzed, and it's just overwhelming the analyst with data. Until Hadoop came along, there was no way to really analyze all that. Now, with systems like Hadoop and the Enterprise Data Hub, you can put all of the cybersecurity information in there and other information that could result in improving your analysis and analyze the whole thing at once. Other key use cases include the things that we're all familiar with. Search. Over 1,000 U.S. government websites now use the Cloudera distribution of Hadoop to deliver search results better for all citizens. As the government agencies started experimenting with Apache Hadoop and building prototypes and fielding solutions, they realized they needed more features. For example, data provenance. Users need to understand where did this data come from? Who has looked at it and who's modified it? That's what we mean by data provenance. Users also need enhanced data security. So I want to make sure that only the right people are looking at this, and I want to audit who's looking at it. And users also need better, faster ways to search over that. So these three requirements, data provenance, enhanced security, and search, are key requirements in almost every federal agency today. And these three things, I believe, can only be provided by Cloudera. With the Cloudera distribution of Hadoop and the Cloudera enterprise management tools, you can now see who has touched data, who modified it, where did that data come from, and you can roll back and see the state of that data if you need to. Also, with tools like Sentry, there's enhanced security, so changes are only made when they're authorized, and the people who see this information only see it if they're authorized. And additionally, there's built into this capability real-time search, so it's real-time search enabled over massive quantities of data. This ability to do all three of those, real-time search, increased security, and data provenance, are what people turn to Cloudera for.